Hi class, I wanted to make a video to walk you through the basic navigations of this course here on Canvas and to walk you through so you know what to expect and how to work it. I'm going to go ahead and minimize myself down here. I'm down here. So when you come to the class, it should look like this. These boxes that you see are modules. So I have organized this class in modules. The concept is I've tried to take the class, break everything up into boxes that make sense, and then line those up for you so that you can work on this class on your own as much as possible, right? Since this class is remote, I want you to be able to feel like you're in charge and in control and like you know what you're doing as you navigate it. So let's go through each of these. So this first box up there, information for Highline students. This is information for you for going to Highline in general. So this is your first class at Highline. Please read through those. There's some resources for you. There's some technology tutoring and guides. If you have problems with Canvas, with this, like you don't come to me for that. If you come to me, I'll tell you who to go to, but you need to go talk to other people, right? There's a lot of people here at Highline to help you succeed in this class. So this is telling you who to talk to for each of those, and then some policies. So make sure you read through all those if you're new to Highline. And then the next one is your welcome module. So first I have a welcome for you. I have some information about myself, just to get to know you. This is where the textbook is. So this class, the textbook is free, which I'm excited about. I like that you don't have to pay for a textbook. It is online, and I know some of you might be, who knows what your internet situation is. So if you don't want to be trying to access the textbook through the internet, you can download the whole thing right here. Keep pointing the wrong way because it's over there, but you can download the whole thing right there. I just got it ready for you. And then my syllabus, you're going to need that for an assignment that's due actually right away. So there's the syllabus for the class over there. And then next is about Canvas, helpful information about Canvas. So right here is how to navigate the course. That's where this video is. There's a tutorial on Canvas, how to view professor comments. So this is important. Every assignment you have, I have a chance to add some comments to it. I don't put comments on everything, but I do, especially on the large assignments. And sometimes you might get full points, and you might think, I don't really need to go look at those comments. But if you want to go see them, this is how you find them. And then this last one, required assignment format. So because I don't know where you're at and what your situation is or what even computer you're on, I walk you through how to format your assignments for this class so that you won't get any lost. Some big things to remember, in case you're worried about that, is make sure that your assignments are in Word format or something like that, something that can be opened in Word. Do not submit a .pages document, and don't give me a link to. Don't submit a link to an assignment like to your work on your Google Drive unless you've shared it. So things like that are walked through there, and how to make sure you format things correctly. So let me know if you have any questions. And then we come down here to college policies and resources. So here's even more stuff to help you with CTC and scheduling information, all this COVID information, anything you need here. It's all right there. So as you go through these boxes, when you're done looking at them, you might be like, I don't ever really want to see this again. You can click this little arrow next to it, and that will minimize it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for each of these. Now, I should remember that when I come back to the page, so I don't have to read through all those next time. And then you have group discussion board. So this discussion board is an open board for you to use however you want. Some of the assignments will mention you might want to find a classmate to help you work on the assignments. This is where you go if you want to look for classmates, or if you want to have a class discussion. I don't monitor this discussion board, so if something weird happens there, please let me know. But otherwise, that's a place for you to talk to your classmates. It might get used, it might not. Every quarter is different. So, but go ahead and try and use it, and you can post there. You can say hi to people. You can get help with your homework, but you can also find classmates to work with. And then we come to week 1. So this is what a normal week in module for each week. There's a module for each week. This is what one looks like. So it's broken into 3 parts. There's a read about it, there's a learn the terminology, and there's a communicate about it. So each of these parts will unlock as you work through the module. So if you haven't done the read about it part yet, you won't be able to do the discussion board part at the bottom. So if you are looking at week 1 and you're thinking, oh my God, why? What's the deal here? That's the deal. So first, to read about it, this is getting to know each other. If you go into it, let's go ahead and take a look for week 1. It's broken down into objectives, what you need to review. So this one, you need to review the syllabus, and then watch my welcome video. If you haven't watched it yet, watch this video. And then at the bottom, you'll see this next button. And that's how you navigate through things from in the module. That's how you unlock the next thing in the module. So now if you look at the next thing, it's this terminology journal. So we have one of those every week. So you're going to be learning terms, and I want you to, this is where you learn about them and work with them. So for this week, it's the syllabus. I want you to look through the syllabus, learn about it, learn about the class procedures, make sure that you know the answers to these questions at the bottom, right? That's really important to me. So make sure that you go through all that, understand how to get a hold of me, understand the class's late policy because it's very strict, and understand how everything works in here. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions about any of that. And then when you get to the bottom of this, and there's also the rubric for grading it, there's also a next button, so we click that, and that should take us to the last thing for week number 1, which is your discussion. So here, I want you to just read through this. It'll make sense. I'm not going to give you a preview of the assignment right now, but here's the instructions for it. Go ahead and read through it, do the work, post your work there, and then you're done for this week. So pretty good. So I'm going to go back to modules now. I didn't minimize this one at the beginning. So now you see all that stuff still minimized, and we come back down, and here's week 1. Now in this class, you can go ahead and work ahead. I don't mind if you do. So week 2 all the way to week 11 is available right now. But the trick is, some students work ahead and then they forget that this class has discussion boards. And those discussion boards are all asking you to interact with your classmates, right? That's the way we create a class environment here. So if you do work ahead, you need to make some notes, something to remember to come back and comment on your classmates' work. Otherwise, you lose a lot of points. I will remind you guys for week 1, maybe week 2 about those points, but after that, I won't be harassing you. My philosophy for this class is I want you to get as much out of it as you want, right? So I want you to approach this class as your own. You're the one paying to be here. So as you do your work, I will be encouraging you to get all those points, but I won't harass you about it. I don't want to have that type of environment. I want you to learn, and I want you to feel comfortable as we learn. So if you let me know if you have any questions about any of this, and I will see you guys on your first discussion board post. But yeah, let me know please if you have any questions at all.